PTF and JK back with you for In the Money Media, one of the signature races of the Saratoga meet coming up this weekend. It's the Alabama for the 3-year-old fillies. JK, we'll start by talking about the filly who's not competing here, Thorpedo Anna, opting to go to the Travers Stakes next weekend. I got to say, I think it's a decision that makes both races better. Agree or disagree?
I think racing needs to write Thorpedo Anna and Kenny McPeak a thank you note. Because this race got better and the Travers got better. What's better than that?
Let's start our talk about this race. We're going to give our official picks at the end, but we'll talk through the field a little bit first. And we're going to start with the Thorpedo Anna form line from the CCA Oaks. 2 of them coming here from that day. Candied finished ahead of Intricate there. I mean, I don't think I'm giving anything away when you have to consider them players, at least off that form, to Thorpedo Anna. Candied finished ahead in that spot. Is she the one of that pair that you're more interested in here? How do you evaluate their chances?
Yeah, it's funny. I thought Candied had a great shot to try to beat Thorpedo Anna just because I've expressed before, I don't think Thorpedo Anna's numbers are that quick, that fast from a speed figure standpoint. If you look at Candied, her start 2 back at Monmouth, she ran extremely well. Then she seemed to kind of regress a little bit, but I think there's a reason why she regressed. Thorpedo Anna. She tried to win the race. She tried to run at Thorpedo Anna, and no one has successfully done that. And neither did Candied. I think her last performance might be a little bit better than it looks on paper.
Fair enough. In terms of other runners in this field, let's talk about it from a pace point of view a little bit. I'm undecided if it's going to be the West Coast invader Chatalas going to the lead, or if maybe that speed, that raw speed of Miss Justify is going to carry her to the lead. Who do you think is going to be out in front early?
Yeah, it's definitely Miss Justify for me, who I think will be on the front end. If you look at the pace figures, 116s, 120s, some coded red of Miss Justify. If you look at Chatalas, there's some blues, some 90s. I just feel like Miss Justify is faster. You got Flavian Pratt, who's been extremely aggressive in his riding and putting horses on the front end. I think he'll try to be forward in here. Don't get me wrong. If Frankie Dettori decides to send away from there and try to get himself on the lead, I think Miss Justify will sit right outside. But if Miss Justify wants the lead, she'll get the lead.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. The draw was the only thing I was thinking, will they be content to sit? We shall see. Some other runners of interest in this spot. Let's talk about Power Squeeze for a minute, JK. This one announced her presence with that win in the Gulfstream Park Oaks. Got back to winning ways last time in the Delaware Oaks. Has some form to Thorpedo Anna as well, suggesting she, might be a little bit similar in terms of her chances to a runner like Intricate or maybe even Candied. Do you give Power Squeeze any count in here?
Absolutely. Power Squeeze beat Ways and Means, for crying out loud. And Power Squeeze has been very consistent throughout the year. She had an early part of the year that was good. She was good recently in the Delaware Oaks. So I don't have a problem with Power Squeeze. Shout out Lanes Inn, Union Rags. But I do think that Power Squeeze is one of the horses in here, but she's probably not the horse.
Fair enough. Let's get in 1 minute here, JK, to our selections. But first, I do want to give some shout outs, some quick little bit of business here, encouraging people to subscribe to the In the Money Media YouTube channel. Very important that folks support us. We can keep this content coming down the line. If you can go ahead and do that and click that notification bell so that you never miss any of our YouTube exclusive content. And there's a lot of it. We're so close to that $10,000 goal. We'd be there in an hour if everybody listening just stopped what they were doing and headed over that way. Also want to thank our friends and partners over at Winner's Circle Proxy. This is the way you can play in the best NFL contest Las Vegas has to offer, specifically Circa Survivor, Circa Millions. Going to be hearing a lot more about them on our airwaves soon. If you want to learn more about it, go to winnercircleproxy.com/ITM. Sign up for free, costs you nothing. Get the details. You or someone on your team needs to be in Vegas once to sign up. Winner's Circle Proxy takes care of the rest. Millions of dollars in prizes. Super exciting stuff. We encourage folks to check it out. And the URL, once again, winnercircleproxy.com/ITM. Now's the time when the rubber meets the road. JK, we'll start off with you. Who's your official selection in this year's Alabama?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Candied in here. And I kind of hinted at that at the top. I thought she was possible for beating Thorpedo Anna. I think that she did everything she could to try and was turned away. And I think that performance on paper, beating 4 lengths, is probably, and her figure probably is a little bit lower than it should be based on the fact that she wasted a lot of energy trying to beat a horse who's probably better than her, who is better than her. And I think Candied is going to turn the tables here. I think the 1.25 miles is interesting for any Todd Pletcher trained horse. Todd Pletcher really puts that foundation in his horses, and she's got that foundation as a grade 1 winner as a 2-year-old. I'm going to go with Candied. I think Miss Justify is interesting as well. I'll use underneath, maybe defensively in multi-race wagers, but Candied for me.
I'll give you a long shot, and then I'll ask you if you think I'm eating paste in the corner or might be onto something with number 4, Just Basking. Love the profile of this horse. Ian Wilkes, a trainer known for bringing them along slowly and continuing to get improvement out of his charges. I love this one's pedigree for the 1.25 miles, JK. Arrogant, Blame on the bottom, and the only runner in this field who's won a race going 10 furlongs in that maiden score back at Churchill. Won a stakes race last time, improving all the time. I thought it's a sneaky chance to relish this distance and get up into that number and maybe even win. You buying the case at all on Just Basking in the Alabama?
Do I think you're crazy for picking a horse that's already won at 1.25 miles, who's sired by Arrogate, who ran the fastest 1.25 miles ever at Saratoga? No, I don't think you're crazy.
All right, good. Maybe you throw that one in as well. For JK, I'm PTF. Enjoy the Alabama. Subscribe to the In the Money YouTube channel. May you win all your photos.